Hey guys, so yeah, this is going to be the next iteration of my DS003 Phono Preamp. Um, Parts that are on here, I've got classic OPA 627s that I got sampled from TI. Um, I could have used the 827s like what I used in the VSPS here or on the first prototype, but I decided, let's go with the classic op amps just for fun. I mean, I can always change them later if I feel like it, or maybe go crazy and put the Sparko stuff in here, or the Berkson or Burson, whatever the fuck they're called. But let's get these working first, right? I mean, right now it's at the stage where I've got the passive inverse RRA filter in a dual mono configuration, oh, left and right. The right channel is also isolated, the ground, because we use the 5 volts instead of using this for ground. And then the ground for the right channel is connected to the left channel's connector. That's the way they do it. Again, the schematics on the DS Audio website. So yeah, you've got the signal coming in from the turntable. The 5 volts is applied to the right channel, right? And I use an external 5 volt DC supply that my buddy Todd, who bought the one of the A75s from Thomas recently, loves the thing. So he gave me a 5 volt precision power supply with more than enough current to keep this thing stable, and it's been running great all along. So, with the huge amount of capacitors that I have, the capacitor banks, when I go to turn it off, the cartridge will stay on all the time until the caps discharge. I don't have a discharge circuit on here. I do have a soft start within the whole thing, so I don't blow this thing up. And but yeah, so the inverse RIA filter is working. I did a true dual mono design on this guy, so there's independent voltage regulators for each op amp. Same thing for the minus 20 volts that's applied to the inverse RRA filter here, and I guess that's to give it a DC offset or something. It's again, everything's on the website. So there's a few issues I got to work on right now. An issue that I had in my original prototype, where as soon as I go to connect the minus 20 volts here and here, right, all of a sudden my caps don't measure 16K anymore. They drop down to half, so I got to figure out what's going on there, And the other thing too is I got to get the op amps working, because the first time I connected power to these, no, they didn't blow up.
Yeah, everything at the end blowed up. Blowed up good. Blowed up real good.
But I wasn't getting, one channel had nothing coming out and the other one was all attenuated and crap. And it's the usual shit. All you DIYers out there, you go through the same crap. You do everything as careful as you can, but shit happens. And the way I went about laying this board out, or I got 2 of these boards that I had in my inventory, and again, it's all surface mount. But whereas the original copper clad board that I used, the vias here on the top, as soon as you touch them, they connect to ground underneath. These ones I prefer, because you have to basically, even if you go touch over this, it's not going to short to ground until you stick a wire in there. And then, as you can see from all the solder blobs, that's all my grounds. So what I did was I took the 2 boards, tied them together, and then 2 layers of copper tape. I don't know how many mils thick it is, but so I've got a good solid ground here. And the other thing was I'm using all surface mount, no through hole components other than the caps here, obviously. Everything else is surface mount. And same thing for all the resistors. They're all 0.1% thin film. And I've got independent power supplies, like I mentioned before, for each of the op amps. So it's a true dual mono, and I'm hoping and praying that when this thing is done, I'm not going to hear coming out of my speakers now. Funny thing is, when you do that, like I mentioned, as soon as you drop the stylus, that would go down by about 50%. So yeah, that's basically what's happening right now. Now comes the rant part of this video. Hope you guys stuck around for this. all you fucking preamp manufacturers, just like I mentioned in last year's I2S videos for DAC manufacturers, none of you motherfuckers have a fucking excuse, okay? This fucking circuit, dual mono, didn't even cost me 20 bucks in fucking components. You fuckers have no excuses. Every goddamn preamp, phono preamp out there should have moving magnet, of course, moving coil, and the DS audio optical. This is horseshit that you got to pay 5-6 fucking grand just to get into the fucking door with. Some of them are a little cheaper than that. DS Audio's base one I think is about $1,500, and there's a couple of boutique manufacturers that offer, but still $1,500 to $2 grand. No, it's 20 bucks worth of parts. Your fucking chassis is going to cost you more fucking money than the parts count on here to make it work. All right, rant over. But yeah, seriously, there's no fucking excuse, you know? And guys, that's it for this one. See you on the next video, and thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, talk to you on the next one.